All right, and we are live. So this is my second time recording the video. The first time I messed up. I'm gonna redo it again. Currently, right now, I'm watching the Auburn versus Georgia game, and then this is that's the A&M game. But yeah, talk about a good dub today, y'all. Texas played phenomenal. The storyline of the game was John Mateer played horrible. He played horrible. He played garbage. He made the first. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. In the first half, that first drive when he drove against Texas, he looked good. I mean, he was making good throws. They were running the ball efficiently. But that's the thing about Mateer. In all my games of When I work the OU game for my baseball team, because we have a fundraiser that we have to do for my baseball team, I worked the game against Illinois State, Michigan, and I believe Auburn. When I worked those three games, one thing I saw about Mateer was he can pass the ball. Mateer is a good thrower. He can pass the ball. But if you shut down the passing attack for OU, and you shut down that running game for OU, you start to pressure Mateer. And when you pressure quarterbacks, college quarterbacks, what they start doing? They start getting out of their head. They start making plays that they shouldn't make. And today, that's what I think happened. Texas pressured Mateer a lot. Mateer got sacked 5 times, and Mateer just flat out played horrible. People saying that he should have sat out. People saying that he should have played. I don't know. I don't know what Mateer should have did. All I know is that Mateer played horrible. And I could have told y'all he wasn't going to play lights out. I could have told y'all that he wasn't going to play out of his mind. But people were telling me, oh, Mateer's back. You better be scared. Mateer's back. You better be concerned. I wasn't concerned because of this thing right here. I watched OU play in person. I watched them play. I watched them play against Michigan. I watched them play against Auburn. And I saw some things that Mateer did wrong and that the OU did wrong that I was like, okay, we can expose this. And some of those mistakes that OU did against Auburn and Michigan, Texas exposed it today. OU is known as a passing attack offense. One thing about OU is they can dang sure pass the ball. That's how they've always been. And in the first half, if you watch the same game I watched, that's OU. It's like in the first half, y'all, OU controlled Texas. They had possession of the game in the first half. Texas couldn't even move the ball in the first half. We didn't look as good as we looked in the second half. If it wasn't for our defense at the end of the half and the interception, we would have won this game. And I believe that interception that we got, I thought it meant nothing, but it gave us momentum for the second half going into the second half. But OU controlled the clock the first half. OU didn't look good, but they looked decent. But Mateer didn't look that. He looked mid. Why did I say he looked mid? Because at the end of the half, he made a very stupid decision. Here's what they should have did. He should have threw the ball away, ran out of bounds, or did something to save time on the clock. But he didn't do that. And you cost your team points. Because that play right there, it changed the whole game. It was like a momentum shift for Texas. We go out into the second half getting momentum. Not only do we have momentum, but we got the ball back. And so let's just look at the stats. We're going to look at the stats for Mateer and Arch, and we're going to talk about more of the game. So you see the stats, right? Arch, 21 of 27, 166 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Mateer, 20 out of 38, 22 yards, three interceptions, 0 touchdown. Arch played better today, flat out. He played better today. He looked more confident. He wasn't in his head a lot today. Arch played better today. He was able to move the ball downfield. Contributing Weissner, he played one heck of a game today. He was a dog today. Here's one thing about Texas. Texas, when you can run the ball effectively, it sets up a good passing attack game. And Texas had a good pass attack today. It wasn't great, but I was more confident. I was more confident for Texas. Our kicker, he missed 2 field goals. The first one doinked off. The second one, here's the thing. I feel more confident in this kicker because he can get stronger, he can get better as the year progresses. Burton Auburn, no. But this kicker, I feel better about him because when he missed those 2 field goals, he was close to making them. The second one, if he had a little bit more strength, he would have made it. He looked good though, in my opinion. Though he just needs to keep working, you know. But Arch, let's talk about Arch. Some of the plays I was watching Arch, he had composure. He wasn't in his head. He had more mental confidence. Everybody's pressuring him, you know. They're saying, you got to do this, you got to do that. Arch just played his game today. You know, he made better throws. He was 21 out of 27 today compared to Mateer's 20 out of 38 today, 22 yards. Now, Mateer had 22 yards passing. He had more than Arch, but Arch played a better game overall than him. Why? Because Texas ran the ball more efficiently and better. Texas O-line was better today. Texas just played better today overall compared to that Florida game. But going into, as a Texas fan, I have more hope now. Going into Kentucky, going into Vanderbilt, going into Mississippi State, going into Arkansas, going into A&M, going into Georgia. I have more hope that we can win out and make the SEC championship game. Because with Arch looking like that and with the run game being better, I feel better about it. But let's look at John Mateer. Now Mateer, he played horrible, y'all. Mateer played horrible. 20 out of 38, 202 yards. Hold on. All right, we're back. But anyways, as I was saying, Mateer, he played horrible today. And with him playing that bad, I wasn't keeping up with Mateer and how he was doing. But one thing I heard was he wasn't even going with the ones. Like, I think they rushed him. I don't know. I didn't pay attention too much. From what I've heard, it was a day-to-day thing, and you know. But I feel like you got to have more confidence and hope in your backup quarterback, Michael Hawkins. You got to, you know, you got to, because the way Mateer played today, it might have been a different ball game. Coming from a Texas fan, if you played Hawkins. But let's look at Mateer. 3 interceptions today. 3 interceptions. He took 5 sacks. He played horrible. Although he had some good runs, some good throws, it doesn't cancel out some of the bad plays he made on his own. It doesn't cancel it out. But I think the game changer that changed Texas's game and gave them momentum was the interception at the end of the half. That changed the whole game because, why do I say that? Coming out of the second half, Arch Manning in Texas ran the ball well, passed the ball well. We go downfield, we run the ball OU's throat, and we score. We score. And then coming out of that touchdown, Mateer nearly throws a pick 6. That would have changed the ball game for real. You know? We're not surprised OU had some good passes, some good, you know. Well, that's OU. They've always been a passing attack offense, you know. And then there was one play where, what was it? I don't remember all the interceptions he made and threw. I got to go back and look at it, and I'm not going to do that right now. But what was it? I'm trying to think. It was 13-6, and it was like third or second down, right? Texas pressures Mateer. And what does Mateer do? When he gets pressured, he throws an interception, right? Now, I don't know on film if he threw it right. All I know is he threw an interception. And Mateer could have made a better play. But, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, y'all were overhyping Mateer. Y'all overhyping Mateer, you know? Y'all were saying Mateer's Heisman, Mateer's this and that. And I was just like, y'all be patient, you know? He can run the ball well. He made some good runs, but he made some terrible throws. And that throw right there when he made an interception, Texas didn't score off of that, but it was still terrible. Now, that wasn't the game changer right there. Here's when the game was really iced. When it was 3rd and 21, my boys thought that not both of them. Well, yeah, both of them. Yeah. They thought that it was a PI. And what happened was it was 3rd and 21. The OU fans thought it too, but I don't know if he fell or not. I couldn't tell. I was just watching the game, and I didn't see him. Because normally what happens is when a quarterback and a receiver, they go like one-on-one, and you know they get all physical, and so people can mistake PI for just being physical, and they were saying that he tackled the person. I don't know. He was just trying to make a good play, and he may have fell. I don't know what happened, but all I know is if it was a missed call, the SEC is known for making bad calls. Like in the Auburn game I'm watching, Jackson Arnold scored a touchdown, but what did they call? They called it a fumble on Arnold. So the SEC is known for making bad calls. But anyways, OU didn't convert. And what does Texas do after that? Texas capitalizes, and they score off of a punt return. That was the game right there. That was the game right there. Because that sealed the deal. And not only that, OU gets the ball back, and OU moves the ball downfield. They moved the ball well downfield this drive too, right? It's like 4th and 22. Mateer gets sacked. And Texas was favored in this game, y'all. Texas was favored. It's a rivalry game. People are saying, oh, he's going to blow them up. Texas was favored in this game. This is my first time doing these videos, right? But Texas was favored in this game. And then after a drive of OU failing, Arch makes a big 40-yard run, seals the game, ball game. So I think overall, Texas played a better game in both halves. Defense was better. Arch was better. Even though he couldn't move the ball downfield, towards the end of the first half, you started seeing him get his rhythm, and you started seeing him get his confidence back. Because when the defense plays well, it gives Arch more hope. You know, we were saying against Ohio State, he played horrible. Y'all were saying Arch is terrible. Give him time. He played the defending champs. He goes out and plays San Jose State. Played good. Well, he didn't play good, but he played mid. Y'all were saying he's horrible. He played against UTEP. Barely beat him. He's horrible. Beat a weak Sam Houston team 55-0. Stood over a defender when the defender stood over him first. You made memes about that. And then now he lost against Florida, and all of a sudden Arch is terrible. He's a young quarterback. He has to develop. This is Arch's first full year starting. This is his first full year as a college quarterback starting. Yes, he learned that off of Quinn for 3 years, but you have to understand he's a young kid just like us. So he's gonna make mistakes. He's gonna make errors. But this is Arch's first full year starting compared to Mateer. He had a full season on his belt in the third season. I don't know, but Arch let the kid develop. I was even being hard on him at first, and Arch proved me wrong today. He's only going to get better. He's a Manning, so he has high expectations, and he's being. As I continue to watch Arch, even at Florida game, he was being aggressive. wow. He was battling. He was being more aggressive. He just looked more confident. He wasn't scared. So I believe Arch will get better and better and better and better as he progresses. Texas offense will get better and better. Defense will get better. We just got to give him time, though, you know? Just look at the total yard. Texas just beat OU. I mean, 302 yards compared to OU's 258. OU had 3 turnovers. Texas had 0. That's the game changer right there. Texas had less first downs, but we still won. OU had 16. 5 penalties for OU, 4 penalties for Texas. 10 out of 17 on third down. That was the game changer right there. And why I think that's a game changer? Because last week, Texas was terrible on third downs. We're getting penalties left and right, false starts call. Arch look better on third downs. Making good pass plays, making good throws, good runs. If you want to win the big games, you have to make. And there were some long third down conversions, but what did Arch do? He sat back, he was composed, and he made the play. You have to make these big third down conversions if you want to be a good team in the SEC. OU went 6 out of 17. OU went 2 out of 4 on fourth downs. Texas didn't go for on fourth downs. He punted a lot and kicked field goals. 30 minutes of possession compared to OU's 29. So, just Texas really really dominated this game, to be honest. Really dominated this game. The defense helped Texas get better and, just helped Arch. So, really overall, coming from a Texas fan for OU, I could have told you this game was going to be close or go either way. But I could have told you this as well. Even if Mateer was at full health, the game probably wouldn't have been no better because we exposed Mateer. I mean, he played horrible. He didn't play good. And when you pressure Q quarterbacks in general, they get in their head, they start to make plays that they shouldn't make, and what happens? They lose. They cost your team the game. And it gets a team, a blue blood like Texas, that Texas starting to become good in football. Like, we were good, but we're starting to be consistently good. Because Texas used to be terrible. When I was growing up, we were terrible. Now Texas is doing what they should be doing. Being good every year. Texas is going to capitalize. So, I could have told y'all OU was not going to blow us out. I could have told y'all OU wasn't going to beat us. But nobody listened. People were just saying, OU this, OU that, Mateer this, Mateer that. I had OU going 7-5, 8-4, 9-3. They're going to fall in one of those categories. That's what I said from the beginning of the year. People had OU going 10-2, 11-1, 12, please. So, coming from a Texas fan, OU played horrible today. Y'all can pass the ball, but your O-line was atrocious. So, y'all play South Carolina next week. We play Kentucky. That's a toss-up game. Why do I say that? Because you're going into South Carolina. South Carolina, they're known for starting off really bad, and then all of a sudden they become the Kansas City Chiefs when it comes to good teams, and they just all of a sudden go on a streak. But South Carolina has a tough schedule coming up. But coming from a Texas fan, I could have told y'all, OU fans, that y'all wasn't finna beat us. I told y'all. I had faith in my team. I had confidence in Arch. I knew he was going to do better. I just knew it. But, yeah, man. That's going to do it for today's video, man. And y'all stay tuned for more videos, man. Make sure y'all like, follow, comment, and subscribe. All for more bangers, bro. And what I do, Trey is out. Peace.